I have found no evidence.
So it was
of
a false
abuse.
complaint.
I have found no evidence if that's how you
So
want
it's a
to term
false
it.
complaint.
If that's how you want to term it.
Okay, because I am telling you now, I am getting a hold of Magistrate Page, and I am going to file a false complaint since you are refusing to, because you do have the authority to do something about this. But I will be subpoenaing not only your closed report, but you.
Now here's the thing. I do let's see, almost 1,000 investigations of alleged neglect, cruelty, or abuse in the county of Lycoming County per year. Out of that 1,000 complaints I receive, everything from hamsters to horses.
That's fine. I'll find it.
No, wait a minute. And what I'm trying to say to you is 90% of those allegations turn out to be non-founded or something where I just need to point out what might help this particular animal, such as brain shot. I don't know much about snakes, but
He had a big stone cave in there, but he outgrew it. He had sticks in there, you know, to crawl on, but shedding he won't use them. Now, let me explain something to you.
But wait a minute. Now,
You can have 1,000. I will have this on DVD in the courtroom to refresh your memory so you won't forget.
Yeah, well, here's the thing.
It
Out
really
of those nearly 1,000 investigations or alleged incidents of neglect or abuse, a good percentage of those are unfounded. Therefore, I can't go and file a complaint of false report on 785 complaints a year that I receive.
I handed you founded evidence that it was out of anger this false complaint was. This is going to be burned to DVD as well as on YouTube. So it will be there when I call you in court as evidence. And you know, let me as a person, okay? I'm no longer reverend. You're no longer security guards for police, a police officer for animals, okay?
Right.
Because in my opinion, police officers have arrest powers, okay?
I do.
But you won't arrest this
but
criminal.
only for violations
Okay, but
of
just between you and me,
what you
man.
need to do is look on your computer under the Humane Society Police Officers Act.
Did you look on the computer and learn about Satanism?
You prejudged it.
Investigating me?
Somewhat.
So you did not.
You still prejudged it, though.
Good. You claim to be an investigator for 38 years, and it doesn't sound like you used very good investigative skills to find out what you were looking into to begin with. Somewhat.
All I was looking into was the complaint that the cats were being physically abused. You abandoned rats in Brandon Park.
Well, I didn't know he could have babies, but I guess we got a miracle.
And you may have used animals in sacrifice, and that you had several scorpions or tarantulas die unexpectedly under circumstances that were not quite.
Yes, I have scorpion in there.
That's all.
He was gotten from down at Petsonville, Montoursville.
Right.
Okay, now, he in here until a certain time, and it got cold early this year, and he had a red light on, but I'm assuming that the cold air coming in the building was too much because scorpions require heat like they red light. But now, between you and me, why does the SPCA allow people to use them to harass other people? Because, let me
That's
finish
what he
my
did.
statement before you cut me off.
Right.
Because you're famous for cutting me off.
Go ahead.
And if you were to turn around, your agency would turn around and show that you're not going to allow people to use your agency to harass somebody just because they're angry at somebody.
We don't.
Listen to me first.
I don't think we do.
Let me finish my statement. Why doesn't your agency put a halt to that? All you would have to do would be the campus police have more authority than Williamsburg police because they applied for it. Your agency could apply for the power to stop it too. Because every one of these false complaints you go out on costs money. Takes money away from the animals that you're supposed to be taking care of.
But we wouldn't know if it's a false complaint unless it's investigated.
But if you go out and investigate and you file charges on 4, 5, 6, 7 people, that, and it's made public, that you're going to prosecute false reports. Within a year, I'll bet you half of your false reports would be...
Well, they're not. I don't know if we want to use the term false reports because there's always help. And even if an animal's well cared for, there's always something that comes out of good conversation when it comes to the care of animals.
Yeah, but you approached me with bigotry when you first called me.
Well, that's your opinion.
No, it isn't. When you asked me about my decor.
It's fact.
You have a Christian decor. Does that make it you're a better caretaker of your animal just because of your decor?
There's, there are some people that practice animal.
We're not some people.
And they are not pagan.
They call themselves.
No, they do not. They call themselves Satanists. They are not.
Well,
they are Looney Tunes that watch those movies and think that some deity that the Christians dreamt up is going to give them this.
Hey, now listen.
Power.
I don't want to.
But now,
I don't want to.
You can't.
You're fighting a losing battle.
False report.
We don't. All of us know it.
I don't want to put you on the offensive, but things are a little contentious.
No, I'm not contentious. You're just trying. You approached me Friday 3 times, clearly stating that I sacrifice animals because I claimed.
I didn't say you did. I asked you if you did.
No,
I didn't say you do.
You can't clean it up now.
You don't need to raise your voice.
It's all over the internet.
Well,
what you said to me, are you a professed Satanist? I said yes, and you said then you sacrifice animals.
In a question.
And you did not. That is a statement.
That's prejudging.
Make sure.
Thank you very much.
Be careful going down the steps. I wouldn't want you to harm yourself because we even love humans.
Make sure you have that. If you put that on YouTube, make sure you have that. That I say I asked that in a question for you.
And he and I both heard you make it as a statement. Oh. He was on the other line of the phone and heard you say that you sacrifice animals. And it will be on YouTube along with the other videos that are up there. Okay?
Excellent.
Okay, we'll see you on YouTube, Officer Waltz.
You take care. And I'm going to say it anyhow because I think that I just want to.
If you say that,
Merry Christmas and
Happy Yule and a Merry Christmas to you. And I mean, excuse me, not a Merry Christmas because there is no such thing as Christmas, but Happy Yule and Happy New Year to you.
All right.
And you drive carefully because I know the roads are getting dangerous.
Take care and be good to your animals.
We always are. All right, everybody. Now, you've seen the videos, and there's a couple things. Notice that he tried to speak low enough that he couldn't be picked up that well because he did not want his bullshit broadcasted. If you also notice, he also named the name of the person with me who filed this false report, Warren Clark Sr. And when I did say towards the end that it was straight up harassment, if you listen very closely, you can hear him say, right. And if you paid attention, you would have seen I had to tell him the same thing over and over and over, just maybe seconds to minutes apart. Well, if he's getting that old that he's forgetting things that quickly, maybe senility setting in and it's time for him to retire. And you hear him semi-admit to the bigoted statements that he made to me while he was trying to clean them up. 2 of us heard them. But he was trying to clean them up at the same time that he was semi-admitting, trying to say they were an investigative technique. That's not investigative technique because he didn't investigate anything to find out what Satanists truly were about. He went on his own assumptions. And he misquoted something when he said state of Pennsylvania because there is no such thing as a state of Pennsylvania. There is a Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. There is no such thing as a state of Pennsylvania. Okay, so now, what are we going to do? Are we going to allow this to continue? Who's the next pagan? Or who's the next group that the SPCA targets? It's time to stop donations. It's time to get a hold of your Congress people and your state legislatures, no matter where you live in the world, and deny funding to the SPCA so it stops its murderous rampage of animals and let no kill shelters do the proper thing.